if we improve his expressive language by default, that will definitely probably help, I guess, in terms of emotional regulation. Oh, listen, Charles, I said that to the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist was like to us, emotional regulation's important. I'm like, mate, how am I supposed to teach my kid how to emotionally regulate when I'm unhinged and I can't emotionally regulate? Like, Seb's here running around like a chicken with his head cut off. I said, I'm here running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I was like, yeah, it was one of those things for me where, believe me, I struggle with emotional regulation myself. My emotional regulation is add to cart, or piling more caffeine into me. So, to say that I learned a lot about myself at this place is an understatement. Thank you, H. Yes, Amy. So siblings can be admitted. Thank you, Morgan. I can see the cogs. My cogs are always turning to Leah. It's a problem. I really wish my brain would be quiet sometimes, but she just can't. Yes, I waffle. Thank you, Ellie. I do. Thank you, Stax. Yeah, you can, Catherine. Feel free to say. It might be easier to send me a message on here. I think Mackenzie. Yeah, I think that's an automatic reaction. And you know what? When we went into Oasis, we spoke about kids with ASD and ADHD really suffering from internalized shame around their behavior and feeling like they're being difficult because they need those provisions. And honestly, it's probably easier said than done. But I know from my perspective with my son, it's hard work, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, I would lay down my life for my children. And I feel like in some ways I have very much had to do that, particularly over the past 12 months. Like, I've had to give up my job to be able to be here for Sebastian. But we do what we have to do, I think, Mackenzie, as parents. And you know what? Most of us, we don't think twice about it. I was in Oasis with another mum, with another little boy Sebi's age, and I can assure you, your parents are probably doing the same. They're probably not even thinking twice about it, They're putting the effort in, Mackenzie, because they want to put the effort into you. Believe me, there are a lot of parents out there who just don't put in the effort. So if they didn't want to put in the effort and they really couldn't be bothered to do it and they thought it was bothersome, believe me, they just wouldn't do it. So I promise you, do not stress about thinking, oh my goodness, my parents have to put so much. That is what we're here to do, Mackenzie, as parents. It is what we sign up for when we have children. So I beg you, please try not to feel that way. How often are the psychiatrists present during the sessions? Look, they do come in, Charles, every now and again, and they'll observe, but believe it or not, they have, they have handover every morning, and the nurses will tell them a lot. The clinicians that run the groups or the sessions while we're in there, like the speechies, the OTs, they tell them a lot. It's very much a group effort around a number of healthcare practitioners, not just the psychiatrist. And I think that's probably why you probably do get the most accurate picture at a place like that, because they do observe for a good nearly 2 weeks, and there's a lot of people involved in those observations. I'm not sure where my PJs are from. My mum bought them for me. Tennille, it was really good, and we did get some really helpful feedback. So I'm happy with what we got.